In this video, I'm going to be kit bashing a Slaanesh Winged Daemon Prince using the following kits. The Blood Zeal Kill Team Statue, which is a terrain piece. The Keeper of Secrets, and the original Daemon Prince. But with one big difference from the other viral kit bashes you've already seen. I'm keeping it more true to scale with the original Winged Daemon Prince kit so it fits and plays properly on the tabletop. And I'm doing it in a way that still allows you to build the full Keeper of Secrets or Shelaxi Helbane kit with all the different weapon options and spare bits. So if you want a unique and excessive Daemon Prince without having to waste an entire Greater Daemon kit or hundreds of your hard-earned dollary dues, this is how to do it. So one of the big differences with my kit bash is instead of putting the spear in the left hand, which is the easy option because of the way it's posed in the left hand, it just makes the model way too big. So we're going to put it in the right hand. This means no using the big massive claw that's out of scale anyway, in my opinion, and you can't use the sword, but that's fine because we want to save this for the Keeper of Secrets. Now, this statue from the Blood Zeal Kill Team set is so damn cool. I think the Fallen Angel or Corrupted Adeptus Sororitas vibe fits super well for this, and that's exactly the look I'm going for, so we're going to be using that. I picked it up for $120 Aussie off eBay. If you were lucky enough to get the starter set initially, then it will not be so bad for you. If you've built a Daemon Prince on foot, you'll have the wings and other bits spare, so that won't technically cost you anything at all. Getting into it, we're going to assemble the statue pretty much in completion. We're not going to use the skull base, the skull throne thing that it stands on, and we're not going to use the left arm. We will use the right arm though, just don't glue it together yet because we need to play around the positioning. Now, as this angel has fallen to the Dark Gods and Slaanesh some time ago, we need to remove any signs of the Imperium, so these fleur-de-leurs on the breastplates, and I think that was the only ones we removed with a knife and a couple grades of sandpaper. Here's what she's looking like so far. Big shout out to Luke from my friendly local game store who very kindly donated his leftover Daemon Prince sprues, including the wings and the Slaanesh icons that I use. Now these wings actually do fit surprisingly well, as Mikey from Hellstorm Wargaming said, but you do need to trim back the little plastic nubs and a bit of the other plastic, particularly on the right hand side wing. And I found that sprue glue alone was too hard to get to set, so I pinned both wings with some super glue and a paper clip, as well as using sprue glue on the rest of it. If you haven't already, use some of your leftover sprues and some extra thin cement to make some sprue glue. It's really good for filling gaps. Now both builds of the Keeper of Secrets kit are absolutely beautiful sculpts, and hence, one, to get my money's worth, and two, just because they're so cool, I wanted to make sure that I could represent both of them on the tabletop after completing this kit bash. This meant making sure that I could use all the available weapon loadouts to make it relatively what you see is what you get. Here I am just comparing the torso to the different arm options and confirming the fact that the claw arm is just way too big and bulky for this torso. I think visually referencing things and comparing each bit as you go is really important in a conversion like this because we're putting two kits together that are not designed to go together. A little bit of green stuff's going under the left arm, which is from the Keeper of Secrets, and smoothing out with a sculpting tool. And then we're going to trim apart the spear, which is quite nerve-wracking, getting the hilt of the sword from the statue to complete the hand, and then we're going to pin it all together for extra strength. Really just holding on for dear life and praying to the Lord of Excess at this point. Remembering to check it twice before we make it permanent. Now I'm going back to the Daemon Prince sprue. We're going to use one of the left shoulder pads and just clip out the little nub and then put some green stuff down to attach it to the shoulder, and using one of the normal shoulder pads on the right. My backstory on this is her left side is slowly falling to the warp and becoming more corrupted and mutated, while the right is still pure. Speaking of corruption, I'm scraping out her eyes with my knife and then drilling them out with a 1mm drill bit. Excessive much? If you're into grimdark chaos builds and kit bashes like this, consider subscribing and hit the bell so you never miss out on another upload. Because that's a big part of what I do here on the Rogue Painter. I'm a raging heretic and a lover of Slaanesh, so if that's your deal, feel free to jump on board and let's get back to the build. Back to the Keeper of Secrets kit, it's time to attach some crown jewels. So these ones look perfect, but unfortunately they just didn't fit the contours of the waist even after bending and breaking it. But I had an idea. We used some super glue and some very small jewelry chain or hobby chain, and we drape it over the waist, concealing where those jewelry strings either do or don't attach properly. And this is going to conceal all the mess and make it look seamless. Extra thin super glue is definitely the way to go here though. Now to make the base nice and flat, I would probably use a bigger hobby saw or a jewelry saw, not this tiny thing.
One eternity later.
But alas, we did get there, and here's how she's looking. If you want, you can apply some battle damage with your hobby knife and a 2mm drill bit like I am here, and then it comes to doing the basing. It requires a lot of super glue. These resin parts that I got from somewhere, I'm not 100% sure, sorry. Since the resin bits are overhanging the base and they're sort of hollow, I wanted to plug up the hole so it doesn't look weird from below, so using some milliput for the first time to do this, and yeah, it worked pretty well I guess. Stuck some over the back, over this cork, which I used to build up the height, make it look a bit more seamless like it's rocky terrain. We use some uhu glue, pour on some sand, shake it off, chuck on some bigger rocks and seal it all in with some extra thin super glue, and Robert's your father's brother. Now, I hope you're ready for some real speed shit, because we're just gonna race through this part of the Keeper of Secrets. We're gonna race through this pretty much in general because this is not the star of the show. Like I said, we wanna make sure we can build the full Greater Daemon with pretty much all the options to make it WYSIWYG. It may not be 100% WYSIWYG for a tournament if you wanna bring it as Shelaxi Helbane, but if anyone else outside of those situations say you can't do it, tell them to get stuffed. Everything up until now has just been standard straight out of the book as the Keeper of Secrets. We're going to glue on the sword arm permanently. Obviously don't have a spear arm anymore, but it'll do. And then we're going to use a 2mm drill bit really slowly and carefully to avoid tear out in the wrists and all the weapon pieces. If you really want to go the extra mile and be ultra flexible, you could magnetize the head so you can swap in and out the Shelaxi Helbane head, so that way surely no tournament organizer is going to say no, but I just kind of CBF'd. Now, rookie mistake on my behalf, but I forgot to buy more N52 2x1 magnets, so I couldn't finish off the magnetization, hence the blue tack, but you'll be able to magnetize the shield, the whip, and the little dagger. The basing's giving me a little bit of deja vu, and the paint scheme for the basing is going to be pretty much old greys, giving sort of like a stony, rocky, mountainside vibe. So that's pretty much it. If you've enjoyed watching this build and you'd love to see the Winged Daemon Prince painted up next, then please let me know down in the comments below and I'll make sure that is my next priority. And if you like the grimdark side of Warhammer, chaotic kitbashes, beginner-friendly painting guides, you can subscribe right here. Just so you know, I've got a lot more chaos coming, specifically about 1,500 points or so. So stay tuned for that one.